Hello guys, my name is Kenrick H2O Sandy and I'm one of the artistic directors of Boy Blue. What is it like to be one of the artistic directors of Boy Blue? It's a great opportunity for me. I've been doing it now for 21, 22 years. I'm also one of the founders. And during this journey, I have grown. I've seen a lot of artists, a lot of performers grow, and myself and Mikey have really worked on our craft. And being one of the artistic directors has enabled me to really push and understand what's it like to be an artist, what's it like to be a dancer, what's it like to be a choreographer, what's it like to be a teacher. And in all of those aspects, it's grown me to be an individual. It's grown me to be who I am today. The opportunities of creating work, the opportunities to express myself is beautiful. It brings happiness to me, and my mind is always open to wanting more and wanting to push more. So as a director, I want to be more, I want to be better. So if I was to give it one word, what's it like to be an artist director of Boy Blue? Happiness. So how do we collaborate together to produce new work? Wow. I've got this theory that I feel like there's two different types of creatives. One is a source creative and the other one is a responsive creative. I find that myself personally, I'm more responsive. I can create source, and I'll explain the two. So source creative is someone who has the idea, who has the stimulus, who has the synopsis, and they are the key proactive energy. Then the responsive is someone who will take on this energy, take on this stimulus, this synopsis, and respond to it, and then be creative in their own right. I find myself more responsive, more time towards Mikey's music, or in some of our other pieces, Mikey may have a stimulus, but at the same time, I may have a source, and Mikey will respond to it by creating music, and then I respond again with regards to the choreography. So we sit down, we talk, we have conversations about, possible new ideas. Mikey may have a beat and go, Ken, I've got this beat. So I listen to the beat and I go, Mike, you know what? I can see XYZ. I can see this movement. I can see that bit of choreography. And then we may want to extend the music. So I'll tell Mikey what kind of energy and narration maybe to go through the music. And he will then edit it and bring another energy. And then I may get inspired again. So yeah, it's a nice harmony between directing it, the stimulus, the source, the response, and then reacting. All right, so EOE is inspired by the human experiences of birth, journey, connection, and freedom. So for me, what is my personal and artistic look on that and feel? So this is a good one. So birth, I would say the moment where you find a style and you feel as though that is your style. And for me, it feels like that's the moment that you start to create your individuality. So birth is about the individuality, the moment where you go, this is what I want to do, and your identity comes into play. Journey. During this journey, you start to find yourself. You start to find the styles. You start to find the movement and the textures of the style or styles that you are inhabiting. And there's good moments, there's bad moments, but there are moments for you to reflect and to want to grow from them. Connection, who you connect with, the connections, the relationships that you grow with your teachers, your choreographers, fellow dancers, fellow performers, and from that, the influences that these connections have on you and your journey, and giving you an opportunity to really reflect on the birth of what you're doing and how to advance it. And then for me, freedom is once you reach, I call it the avatar state, when you reach this state where there is nothing else but you, the movement and the music and the harmony, the utopia feeling is amazing. So how important is the lighting and staging with regards to our piece, and also the collaboration with lighting designers and costume designers? Okay, so we'll go straight to costume. Costume, sometimes it could be a budget thing. For us, I'm not gonna lie, I went to Primark and I was looking for blue stuff. Boy blue, I was looking for blue stuff. So our costume was cheap and chirpy, but at the same time, from a lighting point of view, I used more pastel colors so that the light didn't bounce off the costume and it actually fed into the costume, or it just kind of placed itself on the costume. So that's something I kind of learned from working with fellow lighting designers. But lighting is very important. It helps to create space. It helps to create moods. It helps to tell the story. Certain colors can bring certain emotions out. Certain areas of the stage, I have a certain template of how I like to stage things and what areas to me have a certain meaning. And also formations. A lot of times we may use what I call the flying duck formation, which is standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes back like a triangle. But there are times I like to use diagonal positions because the side profile, this side profile is too much. Maybe a diagonal, just looking down the diagonal corners is quite nice. Making it move around the stage as opposed to it just feeding the stage. It moves around the stage, so therefore there's a journey, there's a process. And then using the lighting to help advance and amplify and project those areas. So what is my expectations in rehearsals, and how do I work with the dancers to produce high quality work? Wow, I am Coach Carter. I'm a general in rehearsals, and I'm like that because I'm like that to myself, and I want the best for the dancers, and I want to pull the best out of the dancers. It's important to me. I'm very, very passionate, and I will challenge the dancers, and they will then bring something which will then inspire me to then even change my whole idea of one section or a whole piece of choreography. So I expect attendance, I expect timekeeping, I expect them to make notes and make sure that they really take on what I'm doing. We will film the rehearsals, so my expectation is for them to take the coverage, watch it, and come back better. Also, I expect them to enjoy themselves. And I don't even think that's an expectation. For us in the process, we should enjoy ourselves. If we don't enjoy ourselves, then what's the point? And we all have to be on the same mindset. There are three things that we want to work towards when we're creating work, which is education, entertainment, and enlightenment. And we all have to be on that same frequency. And if we're not on the same frequency, then the quality of the work is not gonna be on the level that it needs to be. What's the one thing about my job that might surprise people? That's a good question. I don't think it surprises people. I think it surprises myself more so than anything. But I think if there is anything, I think it's the workload that we do as artistic directors. Or for me as an artistic director, I don't just direct, I choreograph, I perform, I still perform. I teach, I mentor. The artistic director title gives me opportunity to open up to all different areas. And for me as an artist, I'm happy to direct or I'm happy to take direction. So I think it's the quantity of stuff that we're doing that I think will surprise people.